One of the girls abducted by Boko Haram from the town of Chibok in Nigeria has been found. Amina Ali was discovered on Tuesday in a forest close to the border with Cameroon. 276 schoolgirls were abducted by Boko Haram in April 2014. Some were able to escape, but 218 remain missing. Well, let's get the latest on this breaking news story with our correspondent Fidelis, Mbah, who joins me in the studio. Fidelis, this is a breakthrough, but of course she's just one girl out of still more than 200 that are missing.
Yeah, 276 girls were taken in April 2014 from Chibok community, and 57 of them managed to escape, within a few weeks, a few months. And as at today, before today, there were 219 of them that were still being held by Boko Haram. Government has made spirited efforts to ensure that these girls, are found, but not until this today that. I was reportedly found, and then there are plans already to ensure that the parents actually get to meet her and then maybe take her back home.
Must be an extremely traumatic experience for this young girl. Just explain to us geographically where the Sambisa forest is. She was found by a group of vigilantes hiding in the forest. We don't know how long she's been there, but it's a hostile environment, right?
Yeah, Sambisa Forest is actually twice the size of Belgium, to tell you how large, the area is. And it's actually a place, not just a place that you just go in and say, okay, you're looking for someone, and then you can pick them out. Yeah, that access recently has been laid with mines. So even for military who are actually trying to locate these girls, it's been tough trying to find if these girls are actually being held there. Though there have been reports that some of them, since they were taken from their school in 2004, that some of them had been married off. There were reports initially that some of them had been taken as far as Central African Republic and given out in marriage. So, it's been a bit of confusion here and there. No one actually knows what exactly is happening. And as long as, the parents actually been waiting for good news. And today's release of Amina is actually going to be more like really heartwarming news for both the parents and loved ones who have actually been looking forward to welcoming these girls back home.
And perhaps you may have some vital information as to where the other more than 200 girls are. This isn't a great time for President Buhari. When he was doing his election campaign, he vowed to crush Boko Haram. That clearly hasn't happened. He hasn't managed to find all of these girls when the international campaign Bring Back Our Girls was launched. What's been the reaction, or has there been any reaction from the government? And how is this going to look that vigilantes found her and not the military?
Well, the vigilantes, these were former Boko Haram fighters. These, there were people who were fighting with Boko Haram, but, later accepted government, call for them to lay down their arms. And some of them accepted and came back. So what government has been doing is using these vigilantes because they understand the terrain better than even the military that were deployed there. So they work with the military. They actually go on operation with the military. Sometimes they're actually the ones who even lead this operation because they know the terrain, they know how to identify Boko Haram members, they know their hideouts. So it's been a case of close collaboration. And then for President Buhari, it's not been that easy. Initially when he was an opposition candidate campaigning, he thought it was something that in a few weeks he would be able to crush Boko Haram. He did promise that after 6 months, that Boko Haram will be history. But we're talking about terrorism here. We're not talking about just, ethnic conflict or just street riots. So it's been difficult, and also given that Boko Haram is so well armed, and, the recent Global Terrorism Index ranked Boko Haram as the most dangerous terrorist group in the world. So it's not something, but even though he has, Boko Haram has been weakened, and then they've been driven back to some extent, but they still pose a serious danger to the security situation in Nigeria.
Okay, Fidelis, as always, thank you.